I was praying, and as I was getting to prayer, God was telling me that a lot of people are going to die. In this season, you're going to see a lot of death taking place. You're going to see a lot of people that are going to start passing away. Some people are going to know what happened. Other people are going to be confused. Not everybody is going to understand why all these people are dying. But what's going to end up happening is it's already started. So people have already started passing away between the span of a few years ago. So these passings have been taking on for a long time now. And God was telling me that a lot of people in America even are going to be passing away. Some people are going to get flew out on the plane to pass away, and they don't even know. God told me that some people are going to be they're going to be getting paid from flights to come from America to the UK to die. And some of these people are not aware of this. But as I was praying, God told me that what's going on right now is very serious. And it's gotten to the point to where some of these people are going to be getting flown out from America, from the country they're staying in, to come to the UK and die. I don't know who's doing this. I don't know who these people are being set up by. But God was telling me a lot of people are going to start passing away. And God told me the reason for this is because judgment, consequences, things that people have done, things that people have said. A lot of these people have a dark past, and some of them don't even know what they're walking into. And as I was praying, God told me that even the people that don't know what they're walking into, you're going to see some of them are going to start passing away. Not only that, but even celebrities, people that are in the limelight, people that have a lot of fame and attention. As I was praying, God told me that even some celebrities are going to start dying. Some of them are going to be killed. Some of them are going to be paid to be killed. Some of them are going to get flown out from country to state to die. And some of them don't know about it. Some people are aware of this because God has been showing some of these people dreams, visions. A lot of these people have been getting friends that are telling them, oh, I had a dream about you last night where God was saying that you were going to pass away. A lot of these things that are going on is out of your control. So when these passings start taking place, which they already have, some even doctors are going to start passing away. So people that work in the hospital dynamic, some of them are going to start passing away. People that are on podcasts, people that are big influencers and celebrities, you're going to see a lot of these people are going to start passing away. And the reason why this is taking place is because there's a lot of judgment that's going out. There's a lot of karma that's going out. There's a lot of people that are not just normal people, but people that are famous, people that are in the public eye. There's even people that are celebrities that are basically going to be passing away. And as I was praying about this, I wasn't surprised because I knew for a very long time that people were going to start passing away. And the reason why these things are taking place is because a lot of people have debt that they didn't pay, or a lot of people have things that they were doing for years or they were doing behind closed doors. And God was telling me that not only is truth coming out, but deaths are taking place with the truth. So as I was praying, he was just briefly telling me that this is not just a season of debt to be paid. Like, people that do witchcraft are also going to pass away. So some of these people that are tarot readers, people that are doing witchcraft on TikTok, on social media, God told me that some of those people are even going to start passing away. Some celebrities, for example, the Neutrogena situation, that woman has passed away as well, and people didn't know about it, right? So as I was praying, God was telling me that there's going to be a lot of passings that are taking place, and these things have already started. So if you're paying attention, you're going to be able to see that these things are happening today. So it's not like it's happening tomorrow. These things have been going on for years. And what's happening is, the reason why these people are getting left behind is because, number one, they're not paying attention. Secondly, they're not paying attention to what's been happening for the past few years. And if you look at the track record, there's been a lot of deaths that have happened, And there's been a lot of pandemics that's been going on, and some people died in those pandemics. So these things are not something that has just started. These things have been going on for years, and some of these things have been going on whether it was behind closed doors or not. But God has been telling me that these things are going to have to be made known publicly, because a lot of people are not paying attention. They're not paying attention to what's going on, but they're also not recognizing that there is people dying. So there is people that are passing away in the world. And I think that it has to be in a conversation, it has to be talked about. And I do think that there is a lot of people that are living in fear, and they are not speaking about these things online like they're supposed to be talked about. And I do think that God was also telling me, the people that are not speaking up about these things because they have fear, some of those people are going to pass away. So the people that are living in anxiety, they're living in fear, they're living in this mindset of not speaking out, not speaking up. Some of them even know this. So some of these people that are living in anxiety, like not a little bit of anxiety, but people that are living in massive anxiety in the dark, some of those people are going to start passing away because they're not speaking the truth about what's happening in the world, basically. And you know, just in the Bible, just like it says, to much is given, much is required. When you go to a higher level, there's going to be things that are required of you to do. And if you don't fall in alignment to follow those things, things can also happen to you. So if you're not speaking your truth about your own experience that's going on, it's literally written in the Bible where it says, so much is given, much is required, right? So the more that you get, the more that you have to do in return. So it's not like you take and walk away free. The more you take, the more you have to put in the work, the more you have to have a conversation about what you're seeing in the world, right? So a lot of these people are just basically taking and they're walking away instead of bringing up in conversation, you know, the truth telling, basically. So truth telling, you know, not just taking the reward of the result. It's mainly about, you know, sharing your truth, speaking out on what's happening in your life, speaking out what you're seeing that's happening in public, what's happening to other people, right? Because you're not living in the world by yourself. There's other people that are also living in the same world. So I think that most of the things that you're going to start noticing is that a lot of deaths are going to be taking place, not only this year, but these things have even happened over decades, not just during COVID, not just the COVID pandemic. There's been people that have passed away throughout years of life. For example, the celebrities that make movies, and then after they make a movie, you know, somebody dies. Even that is an example. Every time they make a movie in Hollywood, someone passes away. So these things have not just started, right? This is things that's been going on for decades. Some of us have been experiencing this before we were even born, before we even started walking. These things were going on. And I think the main thing is there hasn't been anybody that is bringing this to the reality of the world. So when someone passes away, it's like so many people are so shocked about it. They're so surprised. They don't understand, how is this person passing away? You know, how is this person, you know, not existing anymore? All of a sudden it's becoming like, it's not even a, it's become a normal thing that people are settling for that instead of explaining what is happening in your life, you know? And I do think that we're living in a time where not only is this the end of the world, but before the end of the world, if you just look at what was going on in the 1900s up until this point, how many people died from the 1900s up until 2026? Not one person. It hasn't been one person. It hasn't been two people. So many people have passed away even in the 1900s. People from the 1900s up until now, so many people have died in the span of decades. Things that people don't even talk about on social media. People that don't even bring up these things, but these things have happened to people. And now, because of it, God told me a lot of celebrities are going to start passing away. A lot of people that are in the limelight, a lot of people that know about these things that happened in the 1900s. So for example, this is going to sound crazy, but people like Beyonce, right? She's somebody that's been around for a very long time. People like 50 Cent, Jay-Z, these people have been in the light for a long time. Some of these people know that a lot of these normal people, some of them are going to start dying because of their participation, because of their association with certain communities, and a lot of them are not wanting to talk about these things. But some of these celebrities even know that they might not live that long because of all the things that have happened from the 1900s up until 2026. So these deaths that you're seeing now is not something that just started. These things have been going on for a very long time, before even some people were born. So I do think that what's happening in the world is becoming serious, and the main issue is that people are not talking about these things because they have fear. But the fear that you have is stopping you from helping somebody else. So because you're living in fear, you're not able to speak your truth about what's going on. And I do think that these things have to be exposed because this is the reality of the world. So like I said before, some of these people that are passing away, it's not even talked about in conversation, but these things have been going on for a very long time. So just like I said before, in the 1900s, there's been many people that have died in Hollywood. There has been many kids that have died, behind the scenes in Hollywood. And some of these people don't talk about these things. They don't discuss it. But for example, this is why they keep talking about the Spanish, because the Spanish was someone that knew about these deaths that these kids were doing in Hollywood. So they knew that, there was kids that were being killed. There was kids that was, there was people that were drinking kids' blood, all these different things. And they were a community that knew about this. They were someone that was exposing the Area 51 situation, the situation with all of the people that are not human, right? So some people are human and some of them are not. The Spanish was someone that exposed that. So these were communities that were exposed in 2002. In 2005, these things were being exposed by those communities. And because of that, that was their truth. But because they spoke their truth, there was a lot of people that died, right? But it just goes back to what I'm saying. Back in the 1900s, or I think it was before the 1900s, something like that. I think it's the early 2000s. There was a Spanish lady that went to Disney, and she seen behind the scenes. She seen what was going on to all the kids that were suffering in Disney, in Hollywood, and all these things. Some of these kids were suffering. Some of these kids were dying in private, right? And the Spanish lady was someone that exposed that publicly. She exposed it, and something happened to her. She ended up passing away because she exposed what they were doing in Disneyland, right? So I'm bringing you back this far to tell you that all of these things that you're seeing now is not something that has just started. These things have been going on for decades, for centuries, even before some people started walking. So I do think that we're living in the end of the world. This is the rapture. This is the end times. And God told me it's going to get worser. Be prepared, because it's going to get worser. What you're seeing in the world, it's going to start multiplying. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do. You're just going to be watching it on national TV thinking like, what's actually going on? But nobody is going to be able to do anything. This goes back to what I was saying about the temperature. The temperature is high. Nobody knows why the temperature is increasing. Most of these people have no idea why is the temperature so high. But the main reason is because we are in the end of the world. And there's been so many things that have happened. Even in World War II. Now we're living in World War III. And people still don't know what's happening in the world. So, like I said before, this is basically the end of the world. And when you start seeing these people pass away, it's going to be crazy. Because some people are going to be confused. Some people are going to be thinking, what's going on? Why are these people passing away? Some people are going to ask questions because they don't understand why these things are happening to people. But the truth is, there's judgment that's being brought out to people. A lot of people are going through judgment. A lot of people are getting consequences that they didn't ask for. Some people are doing jobs for people that they didn't want to do. And as a result of that, they lost their life because they were taking on jobs that they shouldn't have. And the sad truth is that the end result is that because most people are living in fight or flight, they're living in survival, they don't know when they're going to get their next meal. That is the reason why they're taking on jobs. That's the reason why they're accepting less. That's why they're accepting money. But God told me, as a result of them doing that, sadly, these people are going to be passing away because of these things that they're accepting. And just because you see a celebrity doesn't mean that celebrity has a good life. Some people are famous and they don't have any money. Some people are so famous and they're in this Hollywood light, but they don't know when they're going to get their next meal. Just because you can't see that doesn't mean that it's not happening or it's not true. There's many celebrities that I've seen that were starving in private, and some people didn't know because it was just another day, or because it was a reality they had to accept. And I do think that it's sad that a lot of people that are even running podcasts are going to be passing away. Some of these people that are running podcasts even know that somebody is coming to kill them. Some of these people that are celebrities and they're in the limelight and they're running these podcasts and these TV shows, some of these people even are getting dreams. God told me some of these people are getting dreams to where God is telling them that they're going to pass away, which is crazy. But this is how serious this situation is getting, to the point where some of them know that they're going to pass away. Some of them know, and some of them don't. Some of them are aware of these things, and some of them are not. But God was telling me that a lot of people in my family are going to be passing away. A lot of people that I was close with, some of my friends, are going to be passing away because of these things that are going on in the world. And it's not necessarily about a job. Some of these people are on contracts. They're doing deeds with the devil. They're getting signed with Satan. And as a result of that, they're losing their life in return. So as I was praying, God was telling me so many things about a lot of these things that are going on in the world. And I was very shocked because I really did expect for, the things in this world to be going this far. I really didn't expect it, but I understand that we're living in the end of the world. And there's been a lot of things that have been going on for a very long time. And some of it has been going on before I even was born, right? Because I'm born in 2002. But a lot of this stuff was taking place even before I got here. But I'm just here to deliver the message. And the message is that there's going to be a lot of deaths that are taking place because of things that have happened in the world, and because of contracts and things that people are assigned to. So there's a lot of people that are working with Satan. They're working with the devil, and some of them are going to die from it. And some of them know, some of them don't. I've had family that were signed with Satan, and some of them passed away because they were on a contract, because they signed paperwork, because they did something that they weren't supposed to do, and as a result they died from it. A lot of these things are written on paper. It's a lot of documentation. There's a lot of contracts that are going on, and some of these people died from those contracts. God told me that a lot of these people are using the fact that the person is living in fight or flight as a way to target them, which is so sad, because I was praying about this and God told me there's people that are being targeted for all of these reasons. So people that are not able to be freed from financial freedom, people that are tied with Satan, right? With lust, pride, ego, fight or flight, lack mindset. Those types of people are being targeted by people that are in a position of power, and they're able to control those types of communities. And as a result of that, those people are sadly